Man, get up here in the Zoloft to get your head right.
What's up, sinners, and welcome to the Zoloft. Now, some people ask, why do we Christians read the Old Testament when we have a new one? Well, mainly so we'll know who Jesus is, so we're not taken by some weird, funky hippie claiming to be Jesus. The pictures have to line up, so we know who he is to us and who we are to him, all according to his word. Now, I did a video a while back called Noah and the Nephilim, and I really hope you'll check it out because it'll help this video make a lot more sense. And I know right now some of y'all are like, oh no, not the Nephilim. Children of fallen angels, that's an abomination. Ick poo. Don't go there or else you're gonna miss out on something very important, making that determination about the angelic sons of God or the B'nai Elohim. And yes, this all relates to the bride to die for. But let's back up a little bit. Many miss the point about Jesus saying angels do not marry. Many people add their own humanistic view of righteousness to that and assume that an angel marrying is marrying against the will of God and are fallen angels. Y'all, I submit to you that this is not true. Listen to what Jesus said to the Sadducees. Before he implies to them that angels in heaven do not marry, he tells them that they do not know the scriptures and that they do not know the power of God. And then he proved that the Sadducees didn't know the scriptures. He goes to one of the most famous accounts in the Bible, the story of Noah. And at the very beginning of Noah's account, it says that angels do marry. The Sadducees should have known that. That's why Jesus said beforehand that they do not know the scriptures. And then he proved it. The Sadducees look real sad because they didn't even know that detail in one of the most famous accounts ever. Jesus didn't lie to them. He exposed them. The commandment isn't thou shalt not lie. The commandment is to not slander. Jesus didn't bear false witness against the Sadducees. He straight up told the truth about them. He broke no commandment. If the Sadducees knew the scriptures, they could have challenged Jesus when he said that angels don't marry. Mind you, Jesus didn't say that angels aren't allowed to marry. He said that they don't marry. However, Genesis 6:2 says that they do. Jesus left himself wide open for them to take their best shot and nail him to the cross right there as a fake. But he exposed and proved their ignorance. But the pious would rather assume that the sons of God were demons or the sons of Seth or whatever, rather than looking at what Jesus was getting at. Jesus was shining a light on the resurrection, the rapture, and the bride, all in one exchange with the Sadducees. See, watch. The Bible says that Enoch was taken. The word in Hebrew used for taken is laukuk. Forgive me if my pronunciation is bad. Included in its meaning are accepted, bought, captured, seized, flashing north, married, raised. Those words have been summed up into one. We Christians call it a rapture. The same word for taken, laukuk, is used in Genesis 6:2. The sons of God seized their brides in a flash. The pious who try to say that these were demons who invaded these women are missing the picture that Jesus set up as a puzzle before the Sadducees. I'll get down to the bottom line. Jesus wants you to know that he will seize his bride and flash her north before the judgment, the same way that angels seize their brides and flash them north before the judgment of Noah's day. Jesus has told us that it will be as the days of Noah when the Son of Man comes. In the days of Noah, the sons of God seized their brides and flashed them north before the judgment. When it becomes like the days of Noah, the Son of God in a flash will seize his bride before the judgment. Don't let piety get in the way of what Jesus is trying to show you. Now, about this bride to die for. A wife doesn't want harm to befall her man, but she does want her man to love her sacrificially. A man who loves her enough to run into a burning building to get her. A wife wants to feel secure that her man will lay down his life for her. This is how the Lord himself wants husbands to love their wives. Jesus refers to death as sleep. Keep that in mind. Now, imagine God having this conversation with Adam. Yo, Adam, how deeply do you think you can love your bride, man? Could you love her enough to die for her, or what my son calls sleep? Adam, are you willing to be put into the deep sleep for your bride? And Adam, do you have the faith that I will bring you back from the deep sleep? See, Adam knew what the deep sleep was because God warned him about death. But for Adam's bride-to-be, he gave up his life for who would be his wife. He gave himself up to the deep sleep, and when he was completely under, his rib was struck, and his bride was born. In the same manner, when Jesus gave up his life on the cross and lowered his head and went completely under, his rib was struck, and his bride was born. The veil was removed like a veil on a bride, and no longer would there be separation between the bride and the groom. Which means that when Jesus comes to seize his bride in a flash, the way the sons of God seize theirs, not even death can stop it. When Jesus said, "It is finished," it was Jesus coming back full circle and sealing it with the same wound to the rib as Adam to receive his bride. Once again telling you that he, Jesus, is the fulfillment. Thanks again, y'all, for listening to my observations on this, and thanks for visiting me again in the Zoloft. Please share with friends, family, and people who get on your nerves. And if you dig our sessions and want to support the continued supply of those refills, visit my website, AlfonZoRachel.com. I don't think you can overdose in the Zoloft, and I certainly don't think I can overdose on your generous contribution. Thanks, y'all. God bless you. I'll see you next time. We're not taken by some weird, funky hippie claiming to be Jesus.